In this tutorial I'm going to install a swivel adapter for the passenger seat of a T1 Sprinter. This happens to be a 2005, but they're all the same. It's really pretty easy on the passenger. The driver's side has one little modification to the emergency brake you have to do. You want to have a number 6 hex key. There's 6 bolts. And it's really actually easier just to do the front 2 first and then come to the back. So I'm going to slide the seat all the way back to start. In the forward position, I'll slide it. I slide it all the way back to start, and now I'll go ahead and take out the bolts in the front. You won't be able to see me, but it's pretty obvious. Okay, 1, 2 in the front. Okay, now I'll slide the seat all the way forward. Because those 2 front bolts were gone, it slid farther forward than normal. This should be pretty much free. Yep. I'm going to place it right on the floor back where I'm sitting here. Crouch it. And the seat belt has plenty of give. You can just slide it back. Put it on the floor. Okay. There it is. We'll put our plate adapter on. This is the passenger side. They're different for each side. And if you just go ahead and kick it up and then give it a little partial turn, they'll expose all the holes you're going to use. So there winds up only being 4 now we're using. So I'll have to trim this down just a little. You can see it kind of just wants to hit it. We'll go over it, but it's going to want to be trimmed down just a little. Okay, I'm going to bring the seat on. I'm going to install it backwards, where I do the back 2 first this time. Okay. Back to our number 6. Okay, and these, you're not going to tighten these down until you have the front 2 installed. Okay. Just slid it all the way back. 2 more up here and we're done. Okay, I'll tighten down on those. Slide that forward. Go ahead and tighten these down. Alright, let's try the swivel. So I kick the seat slightly forward, about there. Reach down there, grab that, start it around, grab the seat belt, help it on its way. Super comfy. I need to put this little piece in here to make this swivel seat the final hookup for it. And basically what this does is, right now if you pull the e-brake, the swivel seat will hit as you swivel. So you can't you can't have the e-brake up and have the seat swivel. So you have to add this little piece in there. And that's what we're going to do now. And once this piece is in there, we have to make an adjustment under the van as well to take up the slack. So that comes right off, and this little piece right here comes out. Oh, let me take the tension off though. And then it just comes right out by hand. Put all my pieces over here. And I'm going to go ahead and take this guy off. Put that lay aside. And this goes in there. You don't want to over tighten these. I already stripped this thing out once. I have a 5mm socket hex key. Okay. So now it's going to start. Now when I put these bolts back in these holes, now the adapter allows me to have, the e-brake is going to be down near the floor. I'm not going to over tighten these. Probably good right there. So now that I have this adapter in here and this bolted to it, you can see the e-brake is pointed down, but it still doesn't tighten up until you're up here. So I want it to be able to be tight about there, and what that involves is taking up some tension under the van. So I guess it's time for me to go into the van now. I'll loosen 4 mounting bolts that are 13mm. The bracket will slide towards the back of the van. I'll tighten those bolts up. I'll loosen another 13mm bolt, and I'll rotate the assembly, and that'll then take up the slack. You know, these old van walls make great ground mats. Nice and clean. So I'm going to loosen these 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're 13mm. Just to loosen. So we got our 4 13mm loosened up. I'm going to slide this whole assembly towards the rear of the van. Should have brought a little mallet. I'm going to loosen up just a little more. Just gonna adjust this a little more here. Just check and see what that did to it. Okay, I'm gonna try pulling on it right now and see what happens. Okay, I put the pin back in, put this piece back on, and let's see if I got that right. Yeah, that's right there. That curve meets that curve. So now it sits down at the floor like that until you pull it up, and it'll clear. It's got about 3 good clicks in it, and it'll still clear. Might not be enough to hold on a steep hill, but we'll have to test that out. Well, thanks for watching.